Bot orchestration is at the core of the Omilia Cloud Platform. To see this in action, it's important to review some of the concepts that we addressed in other demos. First, OCP features the concept of mini-apps. Each mini-app is a bot that possesses both intelligence and expertise around a specific type of information. Let's say you want the customers to give you a date of birth. You create a mini-app. Select the date type. Select the desired languages you want to capture dates for. Name it. In this case, date of birth. Likely you would configure irreversible masking, since dates of birth are oftentimes private information. You would configure the prompt to ask the customer, what is your date of birth? Next, it's a good idea to let the system know what date ranges are acceptable. For example, it's not possible that someone can give you a date of birth from the future, so select time of call. You now have a fully functional conversational AI bot that is able to capture dates in any channel, voice, chat, social media, etc., with 90% or greater accuracy. However, that's not enough, is it? You need additional information from this customer. Perhaps you want to look at their caller ID. Perhaps you want to know what products they have. Using OCP's unique approach to dialogue management, each task-specific expert bot is able to share what it knows with other bots using OCP's Orchestrator application. Orchestrator synthesizes a fluid conversational experience by assimilating the expertise of each bot into a single, unified intelligence. This process of assimilation is unique to OCP and is a revolutionary technology that unlocks the potential of bot orchestration, directing activity based upon an organized set of intelligently annotated data that contains far more knowledge than each bot could know by itself. Let's see how this works in action. First, we need a concierge bot to understand what callers want. Perfect. As we've shown on other demos, this process is efficiently encapsulated by the intent mini-app. Now, my AI application has everything it needs to know what callers want 90% or more of the time. Whenever it is invoked, this bot understands how to ask callers all the right questions and has access to an NLU and ASR model specifically adapted to this task. Perhaps some callers may need to pay their bills. In that case, we first need to authenticate them to figure out who they are and if they're authorized to make payments. Let's drop a condition step onto the palette and link it to the intent mini-app that is acting as our concierge bot. Omilia has virtual agent skills that handle a variety of conversational tasks out of the box. Let's pick the auth skill from our list. The auth skill is a selection of OCP mini-apps, for example, date of birth, numeric, which can be combined with technologies like voice biometrics to ensure multi-factor authentication. The process to authenticate users is defined using standard API formats that customers can easily adapt to their own needs. Let's add a few common intents that customers use to indicate they want to pay their bill. Note that we are mixing ML-trained intents with packaged intents. This enables customers to launch the Intent Concierge mini-app quickly using our packaged understanding, while also using the intelligence of our machine learning to adapt the Concierge mini-app to fit their specific needs. This enables customers to launch the Intent Concierge mini-app quickly, while also modifying the Concierge to fit their specific needs. Looking good so far. With a few clicks, my bot knows when customers want to make a payment, and also knows how to authenticate customers over any channel, and can even add in voice biometrics if multi-factor authentication is desired. Just as with the authentication virtual agent skill, Omilia Cloud Platform has packaged virtual skills for making payments. Let's drop a Make Payment virtual skill onto our palette and open it to take a closer look. As with authentication, customers have access to standardized API formats for making payments. Because each mini-app is a fully intelligent bot, it can tell when customers aren't giving the expected information. In this instance, the mini-app can escalate back to Orchestrator using error handlers. Because Orchestrator unifies and curates information from all bots, it can easily redirect the conversation to the correct point in the flow and pass to each mini-app the exact information it needs. This is how a set of assimilated mini-app bots can create a truly conversational experience. Now, the customer experience is built on the flow and back-end API queries it needs to both request and manage payments. It will receive information from previous spots so as not to re-ask what it should already know. Because OCP is built on conversational concepts that enable it to go anywhere, we don't have to write a lot of loops and lines in our application. Instead, let's drop a couple of re-ask intents onto our application. That will direct callers back to the beginning of the flow where they will be asked, "Is there anything else I can help you with?" Done. This bot is fully functional and ready to go. When I tell OCP that I want to pay my Kia loan, it remembers that and will use it later. OCP will confirm my identity using date of birth. This will be an additional factor on top of a passed in session variable via chat or through caller ID and voice biometrics if they called in. Here, the conversational experience has contextualized a lot of information without asking excessive questions. As a human would, OCP uses data it has from other sources to expand on the understanding of Kia to be 2017 Kia Sedona, because that's what I have on file. This is a key success strategy in adoption, as it shows the customer we understand exactly what they want to do. At this point, a mini app understands the customer wants to pay the full amount. It doesn't need the caller to enter an exact number. Here, a mini app understands a time reference rather than a specific date. Here, the conversational AI confirms the final details as a human would and understands affirmative and negative responses. The flow complete, mini apps returns to the top of the conversation.